You wake up in bed at your new apartment. You've just moved into the area. You may want to clean up these moving boxes. Use Alt and mouse click on the boxes to pick them up. You can place down your own furniture by clicking them from your inventory. While doing this, you can modify the exact precision of an item by using Shift and mouse click on an already placed piece of furniture. You can access the settings of your new apartment by clicking on the elevator door. This is your character screen. It functions as a way to check both your inventory and your character's statistics. On the right is all the items you currently possess. You can only carry as many items as your character can hold. This can be improved by obtaining backpacks, bandoliers, or simply by leveling up your strength. On the left is your character's statistics. These represent your character's raw physical traits. Strength is a measure of your character's physical ability. This affects melee damage with unarmed and large melee weapons. It also increases the number of items your character can carry at any given time. Intellect represents your character's intelligence and magical potential. This increases the damage you deal with magical attacks, and additionally increases the maximum amount of trace energy you begin battles with. Agility represents your character's evasiveness and dexterity. This scales the damage with certain agility-based weaponry, such as swords or daggers. This also determines your starting turn order during combat. Characters with the highest agility will always go first and have the option to defer their turns until the end of the combat round. Speed is a measure of how fast your character is and increases your total move range for every 10 points it is increased. This allows you to cover greater distances in battle. Finally, Vitality. Vitality is a measure of the healthiness of your character. It increases the amount of damage you can shrug off when hit with attacks, and additionally increases your maximum pool of health. You can see your total damage reduction just below, which will increase as you level up this stat. In Trace Alter, you can gain experience primarily through combat missions, but also through role-playing and interacting with others. As you interact with others, you will gain RPP or roleplay points. These can be spent on skills for your character or to increase your stats. Alternatively, you may want a more immediate and hands-on method. For this, you can take on combat missions. You can gain experience by defeating enemies in combat, and when leveling up, you will receive both stat and skill points, just the same as interacting with others. You should note that many combat missions are gated behind reputation, so you'll have to build up a good rep in order to unlock the best ones. When you're ready to leave, head through the elevator doors. Oh dear, it seems the elevator isn't functioning quite right. You'll have to make your way out on foot. Do be careful, please. You should pick up that training sword just at your feet, just in case. It looks like some pesky oozes have seeped in through a drainage pipe and bunged up the elevator controls. Well, I suppose now is a good time to teach you about how combat works. Walk up to the oozes with your training sword in hand to trigger a battle. Right, those oozes don't like the looks of you, so we best show them what we're made of. In Trace Alter, combat is broken up into rounds. These rounds are made up of 3 distinct phases: the movement phase, the offensive phase, and the bonus phase. In the movement phase, all characters move in sequential order. Remember, this ordering is determined by your agility. Luckily for you, you're quite a bit faster than these oozes. Select the move skill from your hotbar below and move to the highlighted position. In the offensive phase, all characters may optionally select a core skill, such as an attack, a buff, or healing to use against their enemies or allies. If a character chooses to use a skill during this phase, they will forego their bonus phase for this round, so it is important to try and predict your opponent's actions. Fortunately, oozes aren't exactly known for their vast intellect, and it is time we put an end to their antics. Select the basic attack skill from your hotbar and target the ooze in front of you. Great work. That takes care of at least one of them. Oh dear, are you all right? It looks like one of them managed to score a hit on you. You should stay on guard for now. We're going to bait them into using their next attack. Skip your movement phase by selecting the skip phase button on screen, just by the turn order queue. Now, skip your offensive phase as well by doing the same thing. Bear with me on this. I promise I'm not misleading you. Excellent. We can see that the ooze has fallen for our gambit. Now, during the bonus phase, all characters are able to select a reactionary ability, such as a dodge or a defensive action to allow them to get out of harm's way. Since the ooze is about to attack us, select the sidestep skill from your hotbar below, and then choose the highlighted square to leap to. It is time we finished this and put your new skills to the test. Using what you've been taught, defeat the remaining ooze and proceed through the door once complete. You will be on your own, so remember to do your best.